welcome to Everyday with Jenné. Hi. So, as you all know, my name is Jenné. I'm event planner and host. And every day this week, hindi pala this week, this whole month of May, we are doing Everyday with Jenné, where we'll be sharing some backstories about the project that we're doing, which is Worldwide Weddings PH. And also, of course, we're going to answer some very important questions coming from our community members. Di ba? We're growing na, guys. I'm so excited. So, kung meron kayong mga kilala na nagbabalak magpakasal, so anywhere in the world, basta balak nila magpakasal in the Philippines, please invite them to be part of the community. Okay? So, we're gonna flash the link to the community so that you guys can join in. Wait, let me just open my Facebook on my other phone para mababasa ko yung mga comments. Kasi last time, I think may mga friends ako nagko-comments, hindi ko nababasa. So, kailangan mababasa natin yung mga comments na. Ayan, okay. Ayan. So, hinahin ko lang yung audio ko. Oh, yeah. So, we have Miss Pao. America saying hi to me already. Hi. Miss Pao, I will answer your questions today. Okay, so... where I'm excited. And I love that you guys are asking questions because the more questions, the better. Because lagi nga sinasabi ko sa Ask Jenné today, your question just might help somebody else. Lalo na pagdating sa wedding planning. So just keep on asking questions, okay? Oh, wow, Pastor Joey Rafael is watching me. Hi. Thank you guys for watching. So this is a daily FB live. It's called Everyday with Jenné. So I challenge all of my event planner and my host friends to do the same. This is all in line with our Worldwide Weddings Bridal Fair. So we want to create positive energy towards planning weddings because tuloy po ang pagpaplano ng kasal. Hindi po siya canceled, okay? Medyo na-postpone lang para sa iba, pero tuloy pa rin naman po ang pagpaplano natin. Okay, so just like I said, every day, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a backstory with the project that we're doing, which is Worldwide Weddings Expo Philippines. And today, this is the second day nga ba? Third day na pala, third day. This is third day, May 3, third day of our challenge. And the backstory I want to tell you is about this wonderful wedding expert who is, of course, a wonderful supporter of Ask Jenné today, of AJT events, actually. So when I met them, they were not in the wedding industry yet. They were not in the events place industry. Super lapit po nila sa amin. Kaya nadadaanan ko kasi siya every day going to my son's school. So pag hinatid ko yung anak ko, nakikita ko siya, sabi ko, madaanan ko nga to. Parang siya, venue na siya ngayon ganyan. So then I visited them and I said, yeah, I want to check out the place. And turns out, yun na nga, they're about to launch it into a venue. So I came at the right time. I got to meet him at the right time. And then I said that, I'm an event planner and host. My mother is the caterer. Sabi ko, would you be interested? I'd love to be able to help you guys out in launching this venue, right? In helping you out, connect with a lot of suppliers, etc., etc. And so they said, okay, we'll think about it. So, by the way, they're a prominent family in Las Piñas. Okay, so let me think about it. And 3 days after or 4 days after, I received a message and he said, "Hi Jen, I think we need you. Can you meet us on Monday?" Ganon. Tapos from that point, shout out Tita Best, I love you. Shout out Tita Best. From that point on, we've had a wonderful relationship. So I remember so distinctly, isa sa mga sinabi sa akin ni Tita Bess, sabi niya, Jen, tulungan mo kami na ma-promote natin tong venue na to. And habang lumalaki yung venue, ay lalo ka ding lalaki. So parang it was more, I was very inspired na together we will grow more. So I love working with this awesome company, this awesome events place. And syempre walang iba. Syempre kung sa dami ng kwento ko, medyo nahulaan nyo na. Walang iba kundi Casa Aguilar. So shout out to Casa Aguilar. they believed in me, in my ano ba, in my background in events, and I'm so happy that yes, Casa Aguilar is doing pretty well, especially in the Las Piñas area. So medyo masasabi ko naman na medyo byword na yung Casa Aguilar. Kung if you're in Las Piñas, not only me nagre-recommend sa Casa Aguilar, but a lot of event suppliers, when I can see it sa mga posts, sa mga groups, they say looking for venue in Las Piñas, and then people comment Casa Aguilar. So it only means that Casa Aguilar has now made a mark in Las Piñas. Woo! Yes. And we're so happy to be part of that history. So many more years to come for Casa Aguilar. And of course, sa mga hindi po taga Las Piñas, Casa Aguilar is actually a historical place because doon po ang parang pinaka quote unquote Malacanang ng Las Piñas nung time ng parents or the great grandfather of Sir Nigel, the grandfather of Sir Nigel, si Dr. Filimon Aguilar, who is the main politician in Las Piñas. Yes. So, and up to now, Aguilar, we are Aguilar, Aguilar, city. So that's why Casa Aguilar has a lot of memories and a lot of people really appreciate going there. It's a big place, etc., etc. Okay, you guys have to go check it out so that you know. All right, so, and of course, ang Casa Aguilar is kasama sa ating mga wedding experts. So please check them out. All right, I have viewers all the way from Australia. Okay, so hi Dennis. He's saying Australia nosebleed. Okay, I'm gonna speak in English now, straight English, so that everyone can understand. So thank you to everyone who's watching. If you have friends or family who are planning an event, planning a wedding, please share our Facebook Live with them. This is every day. It's very casual, so nothing too serious. It's really about just helping you guys out and having a conversation. So and seeing a different side of me. I'm not always made up and like, parang serious and sophisticated. So it's all about answering questions for you. So every day with Jenné. Okay, so I think we're ready to answer questions. Nahulog pa yung phone ko. Yeah, we're ready to answer some questions. So we're gonna flash. I think we have 3 questions today. And hopefully yung mga nanonood, yung mga nagtanong nito, hopefully nanonood sila para syempre masagot yung tanong nila. All right, so let's go ahead and flash our first question. Yan. Question is, how to limit your guest list? Is it okay? Okay, pasensya na po kasi where I live is actually a main road. So marami po talagang dumadaan na sasakyan. Vroom, vroom. Okay, so how to limit your guest list? Is it okay as early as now? Tanungin na namin isa-isa if sure ba makakapunta like that. Okay, from Miss Melissa. Hi, Miss Melissa. Okay, wonderful question. The good thing about this pandemic is that people now understand that we really need to limit our number of guests, right? So, it won't be such a worry if you will offend someone kung makakasama ba sila o hindi. So, it's okay to ask them. I would say it's okay to ask them. It's okay to ask them because, of course, bukod sa you're managing your expenses or your costs, you're also wanting to make sure that these people that you invited will be able to go. And kung hindi man sila makakapunta, is, syempre, you can make any alternatives. So, my suggestion is, first thing that you can do is, if you already have a wedding date, you can send out a save the date. So, for example, ako. For example, I'm the one who's getting married. So let's say I want to get married in February in 2022, for example. So I can send out a save the date message to those who I intend to invite, like people that I want to be part of the wedding date. So I can send out a simple material, and with that image or that photo or whatever short invite, you can already say na we'd love to know if you can make it so that we could plan accordingly. So it's simple, it's easy, and then from there you can make a decision whether or not these people are confirming or not confirming, or there are challenges. Like, let's say if my wedding is going to be February and they're in another country, it's still a big question mark whether they can come into the Philippines or not. So, at that point, you can already determine kung sino yung mga question mark and yung mga more than likely going. So then, from there, you can also tell them, the ones naman na medyo malaking question mark, you can already tell them na is it okay that na hindi ka na namin muna sasama sa guest list, kunwari, ganyan. O di naman kaya yung mga hindi na talaga nag-know na, or yung mga hindi pa sumasagot, parang hindi ko pa alam eh. Then you can give them like a timeline. Is it all right? Can I give you, let's say, 30 days, or let's say, kunwari kung Feb yung wedding, can I give you until December or November 30? Yeah, can you tell me by November on or before November 30 if you can make it? Yun. So, I think that if you can tell them a specific time and give them ample time to make a decision on that, I think that's okay. So, and again, like I said, here during the pandemic, there are many limitations that are happening. So, guests won't be so, anong tawag doon, hindi na maapektuhan masyado yung feelings na, ay, hindi ako in-invite, ganyan. So, they will understand it. Okay, so that's good. Second question for the day. May we know how many guests are allowed by the government at this time of the pandemic? Does it already include the whole entourage or just family members? Okay, so this question is a little bit tricky. You will have to tell me what is the area. Kung saang area ka. Kasi bawat city, excuse me, bawat city, iba-iba yung kanilang ini-implement. So, the most important thing here is that you know where exactly you're gonna get married and then kung anong ini-implement nila, which you can find out from, of course, the government offices, your IATF, mga guidelines, or you can ask the wedding planner expert in that particular area. Whoever that expert is in that area, I am sure that they will be able to give an up-to-date answer kung ilan. So, for example, I know that there are places na 10% of the venue capacity. Meron naman 10 lang, 10 guests lang. Meron naman 20%. So, medyo iba-iba talaga siya. So, there is no specific answer to that. You need to determine first kung ano yung area. But for the question that you said, na kasama na ba yung entourage, kasama na ba yung ninong-ninang, ganyan yung question mo, whatever the percentage that you will find, automatic kasama dun na lahat. In fact, pati yung suppliers. Pati yung suppliers kasama sa number na yon. So whatever that number is, it's whether it's 10% of the venue or let's say it's 30% of the venue capacity, kung ano man yung ini-implement in that area, it already includes everyone. So that's why yung mga photo video, yung coordinator, makeup artist, nalilimit yung number of people that can attend because of the percentages, right? Okay, so, but don't lose hope because there are ways around it. Again, kagaya ng unang-unang tip na sinabi ko, you have to hire an expert wedding planner so that the wedding planner can give you sound advice on how to manage. I know medyo liliit talaga yung number of guests if you're doing it now. But there are ways that you can still make your wedding celebration fun and still, kumbaga, heartfelt. There's still a way. All right? Don't lose hope. Okay, next question. When is the right time to prepare for the things needed or required for the wedding? Oh, shout out to Miss Pau. Hi, Miss Pau. Okay, this is a good question. Okay, if you're talking about planning, preparing for the wedding, my answer to that is 10 to 12 months, really ang preparation. Like checking out venues, checking out the church, studying kung ano yung mga suppliers na gusto nyo. Talagang 10 to 12 months talaga ang timeline for that. But if your question is in relation to the documentation, like the legal documents, my recommendation to you is to start planning it 2 to 3 months before the wedding. Why? Because there are certain documents that has a validity. So, for example, the marriage license. If you apply for your marriage license too early, okay, if you apply too early, what will happen is it might expire because once you receive your marriage license, it has 120 days validity, which means that within 120 days, dapat makasal na kayo. So, what happens if, for example, there are certain changes, right? So, if you applied for it so early and then on the date of your wedding is the exact 120th day. So what if there was a certain postponement or change in date? So then you're gonna have a bigger problem. So I would recommend that for the marriage license, you can apply it a month before, or actually a month before is the really the best time. A month before your target wedding date. Maybe you can do it 2 months before, but a month and a half. Yeah. And then the other documents naman like the um, certificate of no marriage, your baptismal certificate doesn't have an expiry, but the Senomar, that one I believe has a expiry. So you have to get all those documents within the 2 to 3 month period. Yes. Okay. But I have an additional side comment. This doesn't really happen very often, but I'm sharing this because it has happened to one of my couples. Um, for some reason, the groom, I think his last girlfriend was so enamored by him that the ex girlfriend actually found a way to have them legally married. So when they finally applied for a certificate of no marriage or the Senomar, it turns out that they have a problem in their documents because it says there that the guy is already married, but actually it's not. So that was a bit of a fiasco. I was actually worried if my couple, will break up because of that, but I guess their love is stronger. So after a few months, they were able to sort things out and they were able to get the certificate of no marriage. Like they were able to napawalang visa nila yung document na yon that is according to the groom not truthful. So so what I would say is to the bride and the groom, right? Go check for your Senomar and see if it is already, if you guys, any of you is, both of you are really, there's really no marriage recorded. Okay, I'm not saying this to create any animosity between you and your partner, all right? But I'm just speaking from experience that that's what happened. So, okay, so, but again, if you do that, if you get a Senomar ahead of time, then you're gonna have to get another Senomar when it's close to the wedding date. So 2 months before your wedding date, that's when you should start preparing. All right. Okay. So, do we have more questions? Okay. So, I was looking at my phone, then it died. So, to my friends who are commenting, I'm so sorry I can't read it. If you could repost it in our group, that would be great so that I could read their comments. But I think I saw Miss Pau she wrote a comment. I'm not sure what it was. So um to my beautiful team, if you can add it in the comments, I can see. All right, so I answered 3 questions. I hope that you guys were enlightened by that. Again, this is the daily FB Live everyday with Jenné. So all you have to do is type in your comments, your questions inside our community. Again, please click bit.ly/WWPH community or just visit Worldwide Weddings PH, and then we'll definitely be inviting you to be one of our members in the community. Okay, so meron tayong event. Okay, we have a community event. Okay, but before I do that, before I do go and announce the community event, part of our Everyday with Jenné is the wedding tip of the day. So here's my wedding tip of the day for you guys. I think this should be in relation with some of the documents that you were asking. So the wedding planning tip of the day for me is make sure that you know what is important to you and your partner. Okay, make sure you know what is important to you and your partner. a lot of times when we're planning weddings, lalo na when there's so many people giving ideas, giving comments, and then you start browsing magazines, pictures, you watch all of these same day edit videos, right? So there's so much information in your head that sometimes you lose track of what is important. So very, very important thing to do at the very beginning, just before you do all of these, researching suppliers, etc., etc. You have to sit down with your partner, with your future spouse, okay, your boyfriend, your fiance, your girlfriend, and then talk about it. What is important for you guys? So let's say, for example, you feel very homesick because your parents are not close. Your parents are not close to you're not physically together with your parents, and you can say that, what's important to me is I want to celebrate our wedding with my family. Like, my parents, they're very important, they need to be there. If they can't be there physically, we have to find a way that we can feel that they are there, certain like things like that. Or maybe to you, what's important is that your friends are there because your friends are part of your love story. So, this kind of conversation might take some time because you guys have to open up and understand why it is that you really want to get married, like what is the core value, what's important for both of you. But it is worth it. It's worth it to talk about it so that when you're planning, then kung meron mang mga bagay that doesn't align with what is important, then you can easily make a decision, right? You can begin with an end in mind. Like, what is it that you want to achieve by having this wedding? Okay. So, because for example, if what's important to me is to be announced to the whole world that I'm now getting married, then you know already if that's what's important to your bride, then you know already that your bride wants a bongacious wedding because she wants to be announced to the whole world, right? So if that's what's important to her, then you already know that it's equivalent to additional costs, right? So certain things like that. Or maybe your partner, you and your partner, like, it doesn't matter as long as you and me plus the priest or the minister who's ever marrying us is there, I'm good. So if that's it, if that's what's important to the two of you, then you know exactly what kind of wedding celebration you will have. Everything else is just gravy on top. So if you have other stuff happening, kahit na hindi na yun sumama, hindi na yun kasama, okay lang because you know what's really important. Okay, so that's my wedding planning tip of the day. Make sure you know what is important to you and your spouse. All right, so again, we want to invite you to our community. If you want to have more conversations like this, you want to be able to freely ask your questions and have experts answer your questions, not just me, okay, but a lot of wedding experts in our community can answer. Please join the link that we are flashing right now there, bit.ly/ community event form. Okay, so this link that we're showing you right now is a community event that we're having this coming Sunday. So ang title niya is Essential pa ba ang wedding invitation at souvenirs sa panahon ng pandemya? Ayan, napakaganda ng topic natin. Essential pa ba ang wedding invitation at souvenirs sa panahon ng pandemya? So, guys, if you are planning to get married and you are wondering, am I still gonna have a wedding invitation? Will I still get wedding souvenirs? Please join us on Sunday night, 8 o'clock p.m. So just click the link so that you can participate. You can join us in our amazing platform and have an interactive event with our wedding experts. And can we flash the poster again? Because I want to do a shout out. So our wedding experts to be featured are Miss Hannah Dean Sumayan of Printville, who is all the way from Davao, and of course, Miss Maida Lara of Joy in a Bottle from Manila South. Ayan. So May 9, 2021, 8 o'clock p.m. I'm going to see you guys there. All right. So if you don't have any other questions, do you have other questions, ba? Do we have any live questions? Let me just check my messages over here. Okay. So All right, I think there is none. So now we are gonna play a special video. So we're gonna play two videos for you. One is our video inviting our soon-to-weds to join Worldwide Weddings, and at the same time, we're also gonna play to you our commercial. All right, so I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Send in your questions. This is Jenné, Everyday with Jenné. Bye.